He counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Do it through the contact. And terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A beautiful fake.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team. Automatic first down.
Hey. Got three. Three down. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
On first down, it's gone. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
On second down, here's Goff. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Tackle made that time by Kevin Johnson.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense. A penalty is declined.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the inside. Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He's got Floyd out left. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Nelson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe sticking with the ground game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing, Hundley. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Hundley. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff on 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Strong grabs it over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. They'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Tavon Austin with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to...
And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another carry now for Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they take a knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. This score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little...
Game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J.